Hi, welcome back listeners to another episode here on Creepy with Coffee. I'm Kim, your storyteller. Well, tonight's story comes from a rather nostalgic memory. I'm sure a lot of us have this experience, or some of us at least, where we escape from school during either school time or if you leave or stay in the dorm, this would be after school time. So this story come from Izar and it happened in 1990s. Well, the school that Izar attended was in Hulu, Langat, Selangor. So before we go to the story, like usual, if you have yet to subscribe, remember to subscribe, like, and also share this out with your bunch of family or friends. And if you are kind enough, you have a bit of time, do drop in nice comment in the comment section. Well, get your coffee and let's get to the story.
This is Creepy with Coffee.
Back when I was in Form 4, what we call the honeymoon year, since there were no major exams. In between, there is major exams. In Form 3, there was something called PMR, this is Malaysia, right? And then in Form 5, there is SPM. So Form 4 became the honeymoon period. I wasn't exactly the best student, but I wasn't the worst either. Like most kids in boarding school, I had my share of mischief. And yes, I fly. So fly, this term might be different in other school. So in my school, we just call it escape. So this person, the term was fly, which meant sneak out of the school grounds every now and then. There's this one weekend where my usual fly crew, Cik Am, Alip, and Apek, and I decided to hit Cheras Leisure Mall. This time, Lan, a first-timer, tag along. All these names are not actual person's name, these all had been changed. It was new to the whole flying scene, but we figured, why not? Our escape route was a large storm drain that ran from the school bus garage to the edge of the campus, about 50 meters long. The drain was deep, but if you stood inside, only your head and your shoulders would be visible above ground. So I may say, if you look it from outside, if you look at the drain and there's a person inside, you can only see the head and the shoulder. So I may say that if you are flying at that particular time, somehow you have to bend down so that you will not be visible from above, because you can still see your head and shoulder, right? So if you have to bend down a little bit while you are escaping or flying. Usually it was dry, except after heavy rain, but that night it was empty and perfect for sneaking out unnoticed. The plane went off without a hitch. We wandered around the mall, grabbed some food, and by 10:30 p.m. we were already back at the school fence. Well, it's actually quite late. The night was calm with a hint of wind that promised rain. It was time to make our way back into the school. Ape, the strongest in the group, led the way. He would usually lead the way is because he is the strongest and biggest among us also. When he is already out of the drain, he would be able to pull us out. So as we reach our ending point, Ape climbed out of the drain first, ready to pull the rest of us up. So the sequence was, Apek was first, Alip, I was then, Cik Am behind me, and then Lan supposedly to be behind the line, right? Again, Apek in the front, Alip, me, Cik Am, and then Lan, right? As we crouched and shuffled through the dark, narrow drain, a rancid smell hit me, like something was decaying. Odd, because it hasn't smelled like that or this bad earlier as we entered the drain, but I ignored it, figuring it was just the drain being a drain. Behind me, I keep on hearing Cik Am grumble about Lan being slow, but as he grumbled, Ape, which is in front, hissed for us to keep quiet in case a warden was nearby, so that, in case we got caught. We reached the end of the drain where Ape climbed out and pulled Alip up. When it was my turn, I handed over my nasi goreng pattaya packet which I bought for a midnight snack, and I scrambled up with their help. As I dusted myself off, that is when I froze, because I saw Lan was already standing next to me. Right? Remember the sequence earlier on? It was Ape, Alip, me, Cik Am, and Lan. Lan is supposed to be at the back, right? But as I got after the drain, I saw Lan was already standing next to me. Wait, what? I look at Lan. When did you climb up? Then Lan looked confused, obviously. He answered saying that just now, after I pulled Alip up, and then you. Why? My blood ran cold. If you are here, then who's behind Cik Am in the drain? Everybody who heard the conversation, the colour drained from their faces. From below, Cik Am is still inside, right? Cik Am yelled, "Hey, don't leave me down here, you jerks! My legs are too short to climb up on my own." Apek motioned for us to stay quiet and gestured for Cik Am to extend both hands so they could pull him up quickly. Apek whispered, "Quickly." "Alright, but after me, help Lan too," Cik Am shouted back. Obviously, Cik Am do not know that Lan is already out. As Cik Am reached up, and Apek and Alip grabbed his hand as he hauled him up, a pale, something that we can see, a pale, thin hand suddenly wrapped around Cik Am's ankle from the darkness below. "Oi Lan, why are you grabbing my leg? Stop grabbing my leg!" Cik Am twisted to look down, only to scream in horror. Clinging to his ankle was a gaunt, grey figure with sunken eyes and a sorrowful expression. Its hand was icy and skeletal like something pure out of the nightmare. Pull me up! Cik Am screamed, his voice echoed in the drain. Apek and Ali yanked him up with all their strength, but the creature wasn't letting go. His hollow face tilted slightly as if it's pleading us not to let go. Lan, trembling, shouted "Allahu Akbar" and began reciting prayers. At the sound of that, the creature released Cik Am's leg and disappeared into the shadows of the drain. We bolted back to the dorm, leaving the nasi goreng pattaya behind us in our panic. None of us dared to return to our rooms right away, fearing someone would notice our state. Instead, we huddled in the sick bay, lighting a single cigarette, I remember that, and passing it around to calm our nerves. Only then we pieced together what had happened. Apek started saying that he admitted he felt an inexplicable sense of dread as they neared the end of the drain, but brushed it off at the time. Lan, being the first timer, didn't realize something was off when he climbed out early. He also didn't know the sequence as well. He heard faint whispers behind him in the drain, but assumed it was just us talking. Alip confessed he had smelled something sweet and sickly before entering the drain, which made him rush to get in quickly. He thought Lan was the last to enter, as usual, but we were all wrong. The real horror came from Cik Am, who had been holding on to what he thought was Lan's arm the entire time. He said the hand was cold and his grip tightened the closer they got to the end of the drain. When Cik Am tried to make small talk with the hand, the person, or Lan, behind him only responded with soft, inhuman hum. That night, none of us slept alone. We dragged our mattresses into the middle of the dorm and stuck together until morning. And that was the last time any of us used the storm drain to fly. So, that's all the story for this episode. Have you experienced anything like that in school before? If yes, you know where to reach me, and also I don't mind reading it in the comment section down below. Once again, for those who have yet to subscribe, remember to subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode. Once again, I'm Kim, your storyteller, and this is Creepy with Coffee.